Hello, friends, and it's August 2025, and we've just had an unexpected announcement, one that's giving a rare glimmer of hope to millions of immigrants holding green cards or valid visas. Under President Trump's administration, immigration has felt like an unending storm for many, and we have been constantly seeing it since January 2025. But let's look at what is new now. In this video, we'll walk you through what Trump's latest announcement means for your green card status, visa interviews, and immigration paths, explaining who benefits, who's excluded, and how this fits into the bigger picture of policy under this administration. If you are liking this video, please hit the bell button, subscribe, and like it so that you may get updates straight to your smartphone. Now let's get into the video. Here's the core of what just happened. On August 5th, President Trump unveiled new guidance signaling that green card holders and existing legal visa holders are not being targeted by new travel restrictions introduced for certain countries. While the administration is tightening entry rules, this announcement was aimed at calming fears, letting lawfully present immigrants know their status stands firm. That's a message many haven't heard in a while. Meanwhile, for those from countries flagged as high risk, this new policy doesn't reverse restrictions, it tightens them even further. The White House has identified a dozen nations, countries like Afghanistan, Iran, Libya, and Yemen, as failing to meet U.S. security or information sharing standards. That means applicants from those countries face full entry bans, while others from places like Cuba or Venezuela face partial restrictions. But again, those already in the U.S. with valid green cards or approved visas are mostly safe for now. And here's why this matters to you. If you're already living in the U.S. legally with a green card or a valid visa, this announcement is actually a rare moment of relief. It's a sign that, at least for now, your place here isn't under threat. Families who've been holding their breath wondering, are we next? Can finally exhale a little. You're not being pushed out. You're not being stripped of your status. Your paperwork, your green card, your upcoming interview, it all still stands. But if you're still waiting overseas, especially from one of the countries flagged in this proclamation, it's a different story. Things are going to be harder. The wait will be longer. And in some cases, the door might be shut completely, at least for now. This all comes as part of a broader shift under Trump's second term. Since January 2025, the administration has declared a national emergency at the border, resumed construction of the wall, and deployed troops to support enforcement efforts. Border crossings are down, and the White House calls that a victory. But inside the system, even legal immigrants are feeling the pressure. Delays are worse, interviews are harder, processing is slower. And even though we're seeing occasional proposals, like the rumored gold card for wealthy investors or a possible legalization path for farm workers, nothing substantial has passed. Right now, the tone is clear. This administration is choosing restriction over expansion. And yet, this August announcement does something different. It recognizes, at least for now, that those who are already in the country lawfully, people who followed the rules, waited their turn, filed their forms, deserve stability. That's not something we've heard much in recent years. Still, the system is far from easy. Immigration attorneys are warning of increased vetting, more background checks, and tighter screening. USCIS has rolled out stricter policies for certain employment categories, and even humanitarian cases are seeing longer waits. People are stuck in processing, in backlogs, in silence. And while this new guidance is meant to offer clarity, the legal landscape is still shifting fast. Several of the administration's other executive orders are facing legal challenges. Some have already been paused by federal courts. Others may be overturned entirely. So even if this order stands today, nothing is guaranteed for tomorrow. That's why, more than ever, it's crucial to stay informed. Check the monthly visa bulletin. Watch for USCIS announcements. If your case is pending or you're about to apply, talk to a qualified immigration lawyer or accredited representative. Don't guess. Don't wait too long. And definitely don't rely on rumors. And one more thing, this moment, even though it's not a full victory, matters emotionally. So many immigrants have lived day to day, wondering when the next policy might change their lives. Today, for once, the message is you're not being targeted. You're not at risk of being swept into a policy shift you didn't see coming. That peace of mind, it's rare. And even if it's temporary, it gives people something to hold on to. The chance to breathe, to plan, to feel like maybe, just maybe, they can build a future without it falling apart overnight. But as reassuring as today's announcement may sound, no one should mistake it for the finish line. The truth is, even for those who are protected under this order, life inside the U.S. as an immigrant remains filled with uncertainty. Processing delays are stretching longer than ever. People are waiting 8 months, sometimes a year, just to get a receipt notice. That's before the interviews, before the biometrics, before anything really moves. And while this specific announcement doesn't touch family-based or employment-based green card holders directly, there's still a ripple effect. When one group faces new restrictions, it puts more pressure on the rest of the system. Interview slots tighten, backlogs grow, and applications that might have taken 6 months in the past now stretch into a year or more. This is why it's so important to stay 2 steps ahead. Don't wait for problems to come knocking. If you know your green card is up for renewal next year, start preparing now. If your spouse is overseas and you're hoping to file soon, make sure every document is in order. Talk to someone who knows the system, because the hard truth is, even when the rules don't change, how they're enforced can, and often does. We're living in a moment where immigration policy can shift with a tweet, a headline, or a judge's ruling. And while today brought a little light, that doesn't mean tomorrow won't bring a storm. Preparation is power, and clarity is everything. So yes, President Trump's latest move doesn't open the floodgates. It doesn't fix the system, but it does something just as important. It lets people already in the U.S. know, you're okay right now. For everyone still trying to enter, the road's still rough. But for those inside the gates, this August brought something we don't see often. A little stability, and maybe even a little hope. That's all we have for this bulletin. The U.S. Immigration News Channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas, such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the U.S. Immigration News channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.